Malthael.
So West March is the military epicenter of Sanctuary. So it's the medieval stone buildings. There's a lot of that history, that dark Gothic tone, and that's heavily supported with all the characters that show up, all of Malthael's minions, who are spectral and fallen angels, and what happens when a soul takes over the body of this being, and what does that become. And those are the kinds of places we go in West March. Blood Marsh, in keeping with that dark tone in Reaper of Souls, it's a ugly place. You know, you're trudging through the marshes, and there are terrible inhabitants, the bog people who have lived there throughout the years. Buried beneath there is Rakkus' tomb, and as you head into the tombs, the beings that have lived there for years, things that have been terribly turned by Adria, who makes a return in Reaper. The marsh itself is all above ground. There are definitely several dungeons that you'll work your way into. Ultimately, there is a mini-boss battle that you will fight underneath the Blood Marsh. But primarily, as you're moving through the Blood Marsh, you need to find your way to catch up with Adria. One of the cool things that we've done in Reaper is we've made the areas much more random. So all the areas are completely random. Whether you're in a dungeon or you're above ground, it's hard to tell which way is up at times, and that's part of the excitement. You know, you're gonna experience it differently than you have before. Blood Marsh itself, I'd say it's not as open as the Battlefields of Eternity, but not as closed as, say, some of the alleyways in West March. So you're kind of somewhere in the middle. Battlefields of Eternity, we refer to them as forgotten battlefields, and the idea behind these battlefields, this is the place where angels and demons have fought wars for years and years. So there's all this history of battles, great battles that have gone on in this place. As a play space, it's much more wide open than some of the other areas. And a lot of the bad guys, the fact is everybody is dead. So the things that have survived are the things that feed off the dead. And so there are more scavenger-like things that are slightly more alien maybe to the Diablo world than you've seen before. And so there's several new monsters that are kind of unique to the area. So Pandemonium Fortress, again, this is a place that at the center of these Battlefields of Eternity, you've had this fortress that over the years has gone from angels to demons, and they fought over this thing. And so when you walk in, there are statues that have been just destroyed and done over by demons, and demonic relics that have been kind of replaced by things that the angels would create. So it's a very kind of surreal space as you work your way through this final road to catch up with Malthael.
Malthael.